This is the new Creatures of Sonaria Recoded game. Now, at the moment, only content creators and testers have access to this game, so let me show you around. Okay, so right now I'm on the menu screen of the Recode game for Creatures of Sonaria, and as you can see, it looks completely different. The slots for the creatures, we got 3 empty slots, and here are all my creatures. It just looks like a completely different game. So let's check out the menu. Okay, so this is the creature's stipend. I'm not sure what it does. Oh, okay, so it looks like it shows all the special creatures people get. Content creators, we get 20 Ares species. Staff get the Etheralotus. Recognized artists get Verza. And of course, testers get Sigmatox. Okay, so it shows you all of that right here. And now there's also redeem code, which could be interesting because maybe they'll give us some free mush or something like that. And we got login rewards too. So every day you log in, you get a new item. And at the end, I think you get a free creature. Yeah, you get the Felicio at day 28. It looks like some of these buttons don't work yet, like the trade realm one. They didn't build a trade realm for the Recode yet, which is perfectly fine because this is all a work in progress. But most of these do work, like the missions, you can unlock different creatures, the gachas, the premium shop, which is basically the Robux creature shop, and we got the normal shop, which you can see the gachas right here, the carnivore gacha, herbivore gacha, omnivore gacha, all the ones that you would want to see. And of course we got inventory, which shows you the creatures that you own. Right now I only got the Venetrox and the Angelic Warden. You can also see your tokens. I got the random trial creature token. You can see your currency, you can see your plushies, you can see everything in the inventory. And now you can access your nest too, which is interesting because I don't think you could do that before in the old game. So I'm curious to see what this can do. And the settings also has gotten revamped. Look at all this. You can mess with the effects, interface, the music, pack requests, camera shake, and do all this stuff. You can even change like the lag amount, I guess, if you have like a low-end device. So that's pretty much it for all the other buttons here. Let's jump right in as in Icaran. Okay, so right now we are playing as the Icaran, and I'm a baby right now, and already the map just looks completely different. The colors are different, and it just seems so much bigger than the old map that we're on right now. The animations also seem smoother. They're not quite in sync for the Icaran. It seems to be a little lagging behind, but everything else about it is really cool. He's running a lot faster than I expected it to be able to. So right now, I think we grow pretty fast. You can see the age bar right here. The creatures aren't going to be growing this fast normally. I'm pretty sure they just sped it up for us content creators to be able to grow our creatures so we can see what's going on. And down here we have the ability. Oh look, wow, we already grew. So that took like 30 seconds for me to grow. There's no way it would take that amount of time for you to grow normally. So anyways, like I was saying, to jump you can press space. So the jump is kind of like a dash ability. If you hold it, then you can charge it up so you can dash like this, which is pretty cool. It does consume a lot of stamina though. And of course sprint is just pressing shift. And you can sniff by pressing H, which displays all this. You can sniff meat, water, and nearby creatures, and even mud. And finally we got the ambush mode, which you just press 1, which is a little different now because 1 used to be a roar. Okay, so now let's see if we can drink. I think we still press E. Yeah, we press E to drink. Oh wow, I grew again. Okay, that took like no time at all. I'm probably already adult at this point. And let's try drinking some water. I think you just hold down the E key just like in the old game, but it looks like it's not letting me drink. My bar isn't going up for whatever reason. I'm sure they will fix this. Yeah, drinking isn't quite operational yet. But yeah, that's about it for a land creature like the Icaran. Let's check out a flying creature. So here we got the Ares, and the model looks pretty different from the one we see in the current game. And the animations are definitely different. There's even a different sound effect for when it's stepping on the grass. So I really like the animation and the way it works. Like, look how smooth the turning is. The control of the creature is just unmatched. It's not janky or laggy at all. everything is smooth in the RECODE. And this is how you fly, by the way. You just jump into the air to take off, and then press F to glide, press F again to start flying. So the controls are pretty much the same. You can still tilt just like in the current game. And now I think if you bump into anything, you'll just automatically stop flying. Like if I run into this, I just instantly drop to the ground. It's so smooth. You won't no clip through the walls ever again on RECODE. So it looks like Ares has some more abilities. It has the 3 basics: jump, sprint, and sniff. But it also has the escape area ability, which I'm pretty sure is basically the Q ability. And it does that when you press it. It does take a lot of your health though. And it tells you how long it takes to recharge. And we got the ambush mode. And finally we have the keen observer ability, which I think they added to Ares. I'm not quite sure what this ability does. All I know is that it looks pretty cool. So you can also see that when you swim, there is an oxygen bar, so you know when you'll start drowning. And once the oxygen bar goes to 0, you'll start losing health, which is pretty cool because I don't think there's an oxygen bar. I could be wrong on this in the current game. And look how smooth the movement is. I'm never going to get stuck again. If I just run into this, I won't get stuck into the walls or nothing. It's nice and smooth. The takeoff is nice and smooth. Everything about this is just infinitely better than the current creatures of Sonaria. And look at that, I grew again. This time I'm an adult, and you can hear the running sound effects. Like, look at that. Doesn't that seem smooth? There's so much weight behind each movement. It really feels like this creature is walking and running. Anyways, that's about it for a flying creature. Now, let's check out an aquatic creature to see what the scene is like. So, right now I am playing as the Haxaline, I think is what you call it. Yeah, the Haxaline. And as you can see, the stat menu has also changed. You can see my creature stats, plush boosts, all that. And the new user interface looks very good. You can see the survival stats right here. And you can even see the controls, which haven't been added yet, but will soon. So one thing I was really curious about is, you know, in the trailer when the creatures were jumping out of the water? I wanted to see if that was possible already in the RECODE, and the way I figure I'd do it is literally jump out of the water, which is pressing space like this. Did you look at that? Jumping, that was a pretty big jump too. Look at, like, if I just hold down space and release. Damn, look how far I jumped. I went from there all the way to there. Let's see how far we can jump out of the water. Wow. Jeez, it's like I'm flying across the water. I could probably jump on land too if I really wanted to. So, just like land creatures, as an aquatic creature, you can simply just hold and release space to burst forward in speed, which is like a new feature. I don't think they have this in the current creatures of Sonaria. If we hold down space, yeah, wow, we just jumped on land. And I don't see a bar for moistness, so does that mean we can stay on land forever? I mean, this guy is a turtle, so that makes sense because turtles can go on land. I kind of forgot this guy actually has a breath, but as you can see, the breath effects look pretty similar to the breath effects in current creatures of Sonaria. There's also the bleeding effect right here, which still looks pretty similar. And wow, the water level just went down, didn't it? That's pretty cool. I didn't even know that that was a feature they added in this game. So that was all the creatures, land, sea, and sky creatures in the RECODE update. And right now I'm using the Angelic Warden, which is a really new creature. I'm pretty sure this guy is just added today, May the 26th, to normal creatures of Sonaria. So it's interesting that they added this guy already to the RECODE. When the Angelic Warden walks, it looks like he's skipping across the land. And the animation for this is very different from the other creatures because of how weightless it seems compared to the Ares were stomping all over the ground. So that's an interesting contrast. Okay, so it looks like we're about to starve to death. Our health is really close. Yep, we just died. So this is what the new death screen looks like. It just says you died, and it has all the blood effects around you. And that's pretty much it. It doesn't say much about how long you survived, but I'm sure they'll add that eventually. Right now it just says you died, and then you just press try again. Anyway, that's about it for the RECODE game, and I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I didn't cover or just didn't notice, but I'm sure you can figure that stuff out on your own. But as in my opinion right now, I really like this RECODE. I feel like this RECODE is what Creatures of Sonaria needs to be one of the best creature survival games on Roblox. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.